iPhone 6 Plus is not only a big jump in size but also overall look and appeal. Smoother edges, the aluminium back comes all the way to the front where it meets the glass. It's also got a rounder edge and the phone is only 7.1mm thin, which gives it a very sleek look. Considering its size, Apple has put the power button on the right side of the device so it's easily accessible. At the left of the phone are the volume keys and the toggle button for putting it on silent or locking the screen orientation, and at the base is the lightning adapter, the headphone jack and the speaker grill. At the back is the 8-megapixel camera which does jut out from the rest of the body, so when you place the phone down on an even surface, the phone doesn't lie flat. However, the lens is covered by sapphire crystal, so we would not worry too much about scratching the lens. The phone does feel light and comfortable to grip. This one has a 5.5-inch Full HD screen. At the base is the home button which also has a fingerprint scanner, something that we've loved about Apple. Running on iOS 8, the iPhone 6 Plus lives up to the name. The same experience, smooth. Being a larger phone, Apple has also brought in a landscape mode to do things. This way you can see more content on mails and other applications. Even gaming and watching videos is nice on the large screen. There are new things like the Health app which tracks your steps and monitors your fitness records. The camera on the iPhone 6 Plus is still the same 8-megapixel sensor, but it improves on other accounts. It's got a new feature called Focus Pixels which has faster focus and there is better exposure control. And there is also optical image stabilization, which is a first for the iPhone. We have seen it on other flagship Android devices for a while.
So hasn't the iPhone been getting a lot of flack for the durability of the phone?
Yeah, because it's so thin and it's aluminium, it's not the strongest of metals. So of course if you try and bend it, it will bend. But I strongly suggest if there was a phone that ever needed a case, it's the iPhone 6 Plus. If you're getting that phone, you have to get a case along with it.
And what about the Note 4 then?
The Note 4, it's much better built than the iPhone. At least personally, that's what I feel. And compared to the previous generation, which was all plastic, this one comes in a nice metal body.
Right, it does look good.
Even though the Galaxy Note 4 is the same size compared to the previous generation, calling it a mere upgrade won't be right. For starters, the phone comes with a metal frame, which has the diamond cut edge, resembling the previous generation iPhones. This one is black, has that matte finish which looks really classy. The back has a soft touch plastic that's textured and it adds to the grip of the device. On the right side is the power key and at the top is the headphone jack. On the left, the volume keys, and at the base is the USB port and the stylus tucked away. It's interesting how Samsung has gone with the USB 2 port when the previous generation Note 3 had a faster USB 3 port. Overall, we love the look of the Note 4. It feels much more refined and classy. And to a large extent, with the metal frame, it feels even more durable than before. The phone's 5.7-inch screen now comes with a Quad HD display, which is much sharper than a Full HD screen. Running on Android KitKat, the Note 4 user experience shines. It's fluid and that's no surprise. Any power user would be pleased. While playing games and even browsing and reading, the large screen does feel good. The phone carries great specs as well. Quad-core processor, 3GB of RAM and all the works. Obviously the big highlight of the Note series is its stylus, which opens a world of possibilities in creativity and functionality. You can use it to select a part of the screen and extract information, make a cutout or take a picture. Multitasking has also become more intuitive with pop-up windows that can be resized, and dragging items from one app to another is now possible. Creative folks would love this feature. The camera also has a 16-megapixel sensor and it now comes with optical image stabilization, a first for Samsung. There are the usual capture modes for the phone and most of the shots that we took turned out sharp and vibrant. It's amongst the best cameras we've seen on a Samsung smartphone. There are other add-ons like a heart rate monitor which scans your heart rate from the back sensor and a fingerprint scanner that we are not very fond of. The phone comes with 32GB of internal memory and there is expandable memory as well.
So let's weigh this up then, Anant. If you had to go for the iPhone 6 Plus, what are the positives? What are the factors that would lead you there?
Well, if you've always wanted an iPad mini but you found it too big, then the iPhone 6 Plus would be a good choice. But on a more serious note, the iPhone had a big drawback, which was the small screen size and poor battery life. And the iPhone 6 Plus absolutely takes care of those two factors.
So that's the iPhone 6, but why would you pick a Note 4? Tell us about its biggest highlights.
I mean, there's not much difference in comparison to the previous generation, but since Samsung has been doing this for a couple of years, they've got so many things right. The larger screen, the multitasking, the fast charging, and don't forget, this has actually got a removable back. So that's a big difference, you know, because you're out there in the hills and you don't have a charging port. You can just replace that battery and get a full charge, and that's one of the big reasons why I would pick up the Note 4.
So, but if it was down to the line, Anant, and you were indifferent to the operating system, which one would it be?
I mean, Android gives more power to the user, we know that, but just the sheer specs and the Quad HD display, the expandable memory, the way Samsung has taken advantage of that big screen because they've been doing the Note series for a couple of years. It's the Note 4. I mean, the iPhone 6 Plus is just an oversized iPhone. The big screen doesn't add that whole multitasking advantage, and there's not much that you can do with it. With the Note 4, with the larger screen, you can do so much more.